Aleitress is here to give us an update on her mobile restroom business. So Aleitress, come on up.
Good morning.
Wait, morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Nope, I didn't like that one either. Good morning.
Good morning.
I like that a little bit better. All right. How are y'all this morning? Awesome, awesome. So she will introduce me, and I've been in business for 3 years now. And it all started in 2021 during the pandemic. It was awesome. I feel like, and I did not come with this concept by myself or anything. I tell you the truth and everything. I had to close down my private in-home care, and I had to think of, quick of something else to do, so, and came up with this. I seen it. I was like, okay, we gotta make this different. We gotta make it fun, and everything. And that's how it all started. And weddings, graduation, grand openings. I love doing grand openings because we can come and do arches for them outside the restroom trailer, pretty much anything that they want to have outside the trailer. All right. So what makes us different? So I wanted to show you pictures of what makes us different. So my waste is not inside the maintenance room with you guys. Our waste is underneath the trailer, so they get welded on the waste tanks. And they look like that. And then the freshwater tanks are inside our maintenance room to where anything ever happens, if sometimes the pump may crack, leaks, you never know. So we want to plan for what ifs, and if anything happened, it's fresh water on your feet and not someone's urine, and just to be honest. And this is actually one of my units as well. So that is my 5-stall that took, no offense, forever to complete, but it was actually fun because I never was hands-on a lot. So the second one, I actually have to be hands-on, cutting stuff, really learning the business more versus just say I own restroom trailers. I can say now I know how to cut wood and all types of fun stuff, so. And then these are some of the setups. So that's like a basic setup, a wedding setup, VIP setup, or you can custom make it. It's totally up to you. That's what really makes us a lot different from the rest, because we're all about listening to our customers and what they want and ask for. And these are other ways that we have fun with our customers. I didn't realize I had a lot of these stuff in my container, to be honest. So I had a client ask for a bubble tent. So I did a romantic anniversary bubble tent there. I did a surprise wedding proposal. And that's actually my birthday gathering at the top. So I custom made those champagne walls from scratch. It was actually pretty fun. And then that's one of the weddings backdrops we can do for a bride, and then have groom set up as well too. I can only put so much on the slides, so yeah. And then, I don't know if you can see that well, it's kind of covered up. This is some of the ways that I advertise as well. So I have Instagram. It does okay. Facebook does okay. And then networking, I feel like it does great of being in the community a lot. And then word of mouth works a lot for me as well too, of being in the community. They build that like and trust. And I feel like that goes a long way than just paying a lot of marketing money that I was doing. And it's been helping my business tremendously. And these are another ways that I market my business too, by hosting Coffee Connects, business lunch, and different other events to help educate, to help you grow your business as well too, with a like-minded people in our community. And thank you. See, I'm quick, so so thank you for your time. And that's how you can contact me. And my goal now is about to franchise the business. So I look forward to doing that next. Thank you.
I'll start the questions. If you have a question or a comment for Aleitress, just form a line over here. We'll also look at the chat window online. So Aleitress.
Yes.
Do you remember the challenge that you may have had when you first started and first presented? Do you remember what that might have been? And if you do, share that with us and tell us if you've solved it. And then share a challenge that you might be having today.
So the first challenge I had no clue how to do the restroom trailer at all. But guess what? I gave myself 30 days, which I thought was crazy, but I actually accomplished it too. And I found a guy local that actually custom makes my restroom trailer. And then, like I said, now it's me and another person that install everything inside the trailer. So, but like I said, I had to figure out everything from toilets to lights I'm like, really? This gotta be this complicated? But it was fun. I was learning something new, like I said, especially coming from out of medical to that is like night and day of job. Still dealing with, what, but
Still making people
night
wash
and day.
their hands.
Right, yes.
And so what's a challenge you're having today, maybe?
Honestly, not really having challenges, but the only thing now is just really finding more workers, so I can remove myself of, like I said, I love getting my hands dirty, but it's time to give it to someone, even if I have to train them as well. I will be side by side to show them, like I said, how to cut wood and different things like that. Okay, so.
I guess I'm next. Hi, good morning. I'm
Good
Jake.
morning. Hi, JP.
Nice to meet you. Well, I do a little boutique remodeling and construction jobs, and I'm a designer.
Oh, yeah.
And I also do sound baths where we're doing one in a week, and music. And also have done like presentational and an event, like lighting and what would you call it? Like event lighting and event presentations.
Okay.
And I'm kind of looking at maybe getting back into that again. It just helps having a space to build your materials.
Right.
Right. So that's my pitch to you to help. But otherwise, like how do you make the income? Is it like a daily rental, or how do you do the rental on your units?
So I have long-term customers and then I have short-term customers. So my long-term customers, Windrock, Chick-fil-A is the top two. I go on and on. And I enjoy working with them as well. And then my short-term is like for just birthday parties, anniversary, surprise proposal, pretty much whatever you wanted. Now I'm working with outdoors events too. At first, for vendors, at first they didn't. They told me it's too fancy. I said, what do you mean too fancy? They paying you to be a vendor. Like you can add it in, and I showed them how to structure it like into their price. So now they're coming around, having me outside for it. What's coming against?
Tell them what you're doing at Windrock, because it's cool.
Yeah, so I'm there every Saturday with one of my units. It all depends on the small trailer, big trailer. They'll let me know like day before which one they want. And I've been able to stay too and network with people. That's been I've been able to get customers too, because let people have questions, and then people are not used to the way mines look. They used to it being ugly or commercial. And I'm like, for me, if you're paying for something, I feel like you should see it and not just in my pockets. So the outside is very simple. I'm gonna tell you that now, because I feel like we're so quick to judge on the outside and need to wait to see what's on the inside. So.
And then I have one last question about the trailer itself. Do you build the trailer from the ground up, or do you buy like an existing trailer and then kind of retrofit it?
So I actually have to get the whole thing like custom made, like the one that we about to ready to do for ADA, everything. So I actually draw them by hand. And then the guy doing, then I blueprinted, all of that stuff. But that's how I have to get it custom made. I can't just go buy one. Tried that, didn't work. So.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, thank you. It's a cool business, and it's a service that people need.
We all
So
need, yeah.
yeah, right on. Good luck with that.
Good morning. I imagine, I know when I see your presentation, I imagine myself going to somebody's beautiful wedding in the national forest where everything is going to be pretty and sweet, and then them parking their wedding next to a U.S. Forest Service restroom and having to deal with that in the forest wedding. That's all beautiful. And then instead your trailer shows up and I get to fix up my suit before the wedding ceremony. What's the furthest and weirdest places you've gone to in setting up your things?
So I want to say Taos. And then the farthest is, it's not too far. It's like a little bit past Grants. What is it called? I want to say Windward something.
Window rock?
Window, yeah, so we went out there for 4th of July. So that was like the first time, like ever, then like super duper far. We get people from Texas all over that will pay the travel. I'm like, I don't know if you want to pay my travel expense there, but yeah, but the one I love was off grid. They was hippies. I loved how they set up their wedding. And they called me because I'm like the only one can bring water, fill up the water tank for them and provide the generator. So you can be anywhere with my units.
And tell me how that went.
It was amazing. It was amazing. I got to stay too, have a little fun. Depends on the client sometimes.
Fun.
Hi, everybody, and Dr. Moser with Sacred Patterns Acupuncture. So first question I have is, you talked to like weddings and things like that. Can you tell us a little bit more about who are like the bigger picture of your customers? Is it, weddings, graduation, government, corporate? Can you talk about that a little bit more?
So yes, so weddings are really they are really my go-to because like I said, I decorate the outside and no extra cost. When they pay for a 4 days, I ask the bride and the groom, because he's getting married too, what they want on the outside. Do they want just a basic setup? Do they want to go all out? Do you want lights around it? Do you want a restroom attendant there? So I just listen to the clients and allow them to tell me what they want and I make it happen.
So you said weddings, what is that?
So weddings is a lot, and like I said, now outdoor vendors events are coming around. So this year, more people are coming around, willing to pay the price. And I'm not super duper expensive either, so if you see it, doesn't mean, oh, it costs too much, just ask it. You never know. So.
How many units are you up to now?
Two.
Two, cool. And are you a vendor with the Albuquerque Film Office?
So yes, but they work with the other guy. It's fine. But they're coming around, look, like, they're coming.
Mark.
So.
Sorry.
Say that again, please.
Sorry.
So, no, I am on there, but they work with one already. And so, and I don't step on anybody's toes or anything like that. So,
They might be busy, it might be worth.
but I circle back around again.
Hi, Paul Sauter with Equiseek, and as for stepping on other people's toes, hey, that's capitalism, go for it. We don't get a lot of people who've talked about franchising. That's kind of uncommon. It's something that's recommended. Can you tell us something about, like, okay, it's years from now, you got a franchise going, somebody wants to buy in, they get a ring binder, what else do they get?
So with me, my private in-home care was a franchise. So I went like based off how I was treated with that. And I feel like it was all about just making money off that franchise owner. I feel like it's more than that. I feel like once they sign your agreement, they're family, not just a transaction. So I wanted to make mine stick to where I mentor them once a month. And that's all the franchise owners get to know each and every one of them. And that's something I didn't get with the franchise. That was pretty much like alone. I'm like, where are the rest of the franchise owners? It'd be great to have like a group chat or something. Like we all have questions. And I feel like when you treat them right, that goes a long way than money.
Absolutely, thank you.
Hello, I'm David Danneman. Looks like, your business is branded on mobile restrooms, but you do a little bit more than that. Is there an advantage to staying just with mobile restrooms, or could you do like Aleitress party planning with mobile restrooms or something like that?
So it was I was just the bathroom lady. And then you have that bougie bridezilla that you work with. And she's like, I know you can do it. I'm like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. I don't know how to decorate. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. So she really got me out of my comfort zone. And like I said, I didn't know I had all this stuff in my garage because I always have parties and stuff myself. So I was like, girl, you got all this stuff. Like, so now I've been having fun decorating. So if they tell me to, hey, step in because my wedding planner like quit or whatever. So I've been like doing that and stuff. So like that. So I pretty much make sure I'm just available for my clients. So who knows? I might do, wedding planning. I just.
Sounds like a potential for an opportunity. Second question, how tall are your trailers?
So,
Inside.
yes, so I am very short, so I like for them to be 7 to 8 feet tall. So it doesn't feel
Perfect.
like it's just right there, because even 6 feet is like, no, I don't, no. So I make
Six
sure
feet.
that you have, room
Perfect.
and everything too, so yeah.
Thank you.
No, I thought about them too, because I'm not tall, but
So I'm Barbara Dawson with Purple Mulch. And when you're talking about franchising, do you know a woman named Jen Joseph? Okay, because she has the business, the Entrepreneur Source. I see you nodding your head, yes.
ma'am.
I'm thinking that at some point that might be a good connection, because what Jen does is she coaches people and does all of this, inquiry, and then finds them the perfect franchise. So have you talked with her?
I have not, but I know Jean, so, and we happen to be in,
Oh, good.
when I come back from team.
Okay, great.
So yes.
Awesome.
Hi, Aleitress. Hey, I've been watching you grow over the years and I'm really glad to see that you've landed in this successful endeavor. So good luck to you. I'm just curious, I just probably spend too much time on Facebook. And I can't help but thinking that whenever you have an outhouse or a restroom, whatever you call these things, there are all kinds of pranks that are pulled. But I'm just wondering, I saw one just recently where this crew got together, the person went into the facility and they laid out a red carpet and they had a whole bunch of people lined up and it made them feel like when they came out of this thing, they were getting the red carpet treatment and everybody was applauding and it was celebrating. I'm wondering if you thought about doing some additional things like pranks or something like that, maybe not pranks, but
Skits.
skits like that would enhance what you do so that people go, wow. Hey, not only does she provide a beautiful setting, but she also has this elaborate skit that would really impress people.
So, yes, so that's why I said I couldn't put so many pictures up there, like I had to narrate it all down, so I actually have done that. It was a guy walking on the red carpet, waving his hand and all type of stuff that my clients do. It's like, what? Okay.
Oh, wow.
I am Daniel Paterno with Daniel Paterno Hair and Paterno Group Design and Marketing. I want to know more about your other networking stuff, and I heard you have a magazine.
Yes, a magazine's
Tell
launching
us.
next month on September the 14th.
What is it?
So it is business and non-business magazine. I can't tell you the name or anything because I'll be introducing it next month, but I wanted something where it is affordable for not for only me, but for us. Because I feel like as long as you invest in your business, you shouldn't be having to pay $2,300 for a full page. And magazine. So, and that the money that we use for that is to cover the print off. So the print offs will be free. So we'll be distributed around New Mexico to help the, small business owners and entrepreneurs grow their business. And then online will be free as well, of covering with the ad costs. So, yeah.
I know you do some sort of empowerment, women's empowerment group. So tell us about that too, because it's cool.
Y'all put me on the spot.
Yeah.
So that started some years ago, honestly, in 2019. And I wanted a platform for business women and entrepreneurs because at first I wasn't a business owner. So, and I wanted a foundation that allows women be comfortable in their own skin and not feel sales pitchy and things like that. So I actually mentor them to be ready to present in front of you. So I have workshop speakers, panel speakers, resource roundtable speakers to where they give you information on how you can participate in what they're doing and stuff. And then bring y'all together, have fun, and learn all at the same time.
And do you have contracts with like the city of Albuquerque or Santa Fe yet?
So I did have a contract with City of Albuquerque, but they gotta spend a little bit more money. I got bills to pay too, so like coming out for $200 is just not gonna cover it. So
We need somebody with the city of Albuquerque to take care of that for her.
that would be great too. That would be great. That'd be great. I like it.
Let's talk to the mayor, would you? All right, does anybody else have questions or comments for Aleitress? All right, Aleitress, so our two last questions. The state question, red or green?
Both.
So both, she
Christmas.
likes Christmas. And what's the one thing this community can do for you today?
One thing they can do with me today. Schedule one-on-one with me so I can see how I can work with you and, work with each other. So,
All right.
I'm easy peasy.
Thank you so much. We hope you'll stick around after.
selfie, okay? Yeah, I'm learning all this.
Not a headshot.
Not a headshot this time, but I need to get it.
Selfie for your Insta.
My Insta, okay, hold on, let me see. Uh-oh, there we go. All right. Oh, it's counting down. Oh, no, hold on. My daughter just did that. Like 2 seconds. 2 seconds. All right. 1, 2, smile. All right.
Thank y'all.
Thank you so much. Thank you for presenting on short notice and saving us today. We can never give Paul the microphone for too long.
I could talk for an hour.
Yeah, I'm just teasing.
That's why we do.
Yeah, I'm just teasing you, Paul. You're fun.
Stand up, one MC.
Yeah. All right, I do have a few events that I can share. Our mini session, Deanna's doing the mini headshot sessions today, and it sounds like if you never signed up, but you still need a headshot, she might be willing to do somebody after 12:15. So hit her up.
Yes.
No, you don't have to have a mini head. She does big heads too.
Servicing. You have a shrunken head, you do Shirley Brown head.
And if you want your head to look bigger, she could probably do that. Do you want to talk about your event? You could probably give it more.
Have like 2 or 3 heads.
Absolutely.
So we're partners in crime.
Okay.
That's a lot of.
Good morning, everybody. Danielle with Conscious Crossroads End of Life Services. Brooke with Death Doula Professionals and I and Felice Martone, a local estate attorney, are doing a free workshop next Saturday, the 7th, from, when is this one? From 10 to 12:30. Sorry, we have a lot of events going on. But if you're interested in learning more about what a death doula does and planning for the mental, emotional, spiritual aspects of end of life, as well as getting some information on estate planning, please come by. You can RSVP by texting peace to that phone number, or there's a QR code floating around as well.
And don't leave yet, Danielle, because she's got to introduce me. No, actually, this is a lovely Danielle and Brooke from Conscious Crossroads.
Conscious Crossroads, Death Doula
Oh,
Professionals.
okay.
That's okay.
D&D and CNC.
There you go.
Okay, cool. And we're doing a sound bath at their site next Friday. Correct?
Correct.
At 6:30 p.m.
Oh, cool.
And you've opened it up to the public?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
So how many people do you think we're going to be able to fit in there? A dozen or so, maybe? Okay.
12 or so.
If you haven't experienced the sound bath, I've been doing that for 6 years. And it's very interesting because it's all word of mouth therapy work that I do for people. And folks enjoy it, or they wouldn't be coming back after 6 years.
Join us if you're interested.
Yeah, 7 crystal sound bowls, chakra retuning.
Sitting down.
Hello, Miriam Ortiz-Pino with More Than Organized, on the, oh gosh, I should have looked at the calendar, on the 6th. There's gonna be, free webinar, 3 secrets to productive paper piles, that's introducing your complete paper solution, which I mentioned last week is getting an all new revamp, thanks to the feedback I got from here. So it's your chance to join at the lowest price I've ever had it and help me develop how it's gonna flow in the future. So sign up for at morethanorganized.net. There's a forum on the homepage. You can sign up for that free webinar and see what it's all about.
Hi, I'm Marilyn Pruitt with Our Peaceful Path Life Coaching. I have teamed up with Julie Morrell, and we are doing a 3-part series in September. You can come to one or all 3. It's Opening the Present, which is all about who you are the victory cycle. It should be the living in the victory cycle. How do you live in that cycle so it's better? And finding the opportunity, because we all have challenges and we need to find the opportunities in them. We've got this here. You can contact me or Julie and we can get you more involved. It's going to be great.
Good morning. The city of Albuquerque is announcing their next resource fair. Thank you. I got you. So the next resource fair will be September 18th from 4 to 7 at the Central and Unser Public Library. We are working towards having a speaker of some sort from one of our areas within the city, and it is this one, yes. For this resource fair, we've got Sam Collins with EDD, and he's going to be breaking down the CAP program. It's a funding program that provides collateral for individuals and businesses that can't, when you walk into a bank, you want to get a loan. If you need collateral, this program will help you with that. So resource fair, September 18th, 4 to 7, guest speaker Sam Collins with EDD, and it will be at the Central and Unser Public Library. Thank you.
As far as the amounts?
No, but what he will be reviewing is that. So then if you come by, then you can find out, my man. No,
I want to be like Ken when I grow up.
It's all you gotta say.
Just so enthusiastic. Okay, my name is Barbara Dawson with Purple Mulch, and on the 26th of September, we'll be doing a lunch and learn right here. And the lunch and learn is called Authentic Communication Through the Sales Cycle. So we're all in sales, even though we say, no, I don't want to sell anything, but we're all in sales. And so what I do is help you learn the skills that make the sales process easier. Active listening, authentic communication, and taking you through that. We've only got an hour and a half, so we're not gonna go into great deep. We don't have a lot of time, but my intention is when you walk out the door, you'll have skills that you can start to practice, and you'll see a difference in the way you communicate with people and the way you grow your business. So Barbara Dawson, again, and there's a flyer back there on the screen. It's just showing up. Did you set that up, Laura? Did you make that happen? It's back there on the screen. Thank you. September 26th, 11:30 to 1 o'clock right here. So lunch and learn, that pipe is providing beverages, water, juice and such. Bring your lunch.
Well, I'd really like to second participation in Barbara's workshop. So I went through her course and I think there's some really valuable information in there. When you're building a business, you tend to focus on all this other stuff and you forget you're a human being, how to talk to another human being as a human being and pass a Turing test at the same time, right? So I encourage that. So I'm also here to announce an event, and that's Friday the 13th. So that's 2 weeks from Friday. This is going to be held at UNM's Student Union Building, and this is a showcase for businesses that are licensing UNM IP, and if they let me in, that will include me. So you can come see our poster. There's a poster session and a bunch of speakers, and it's all about how tech transfer at UNM has resulted in some new companies. So I think you'd find some of that interesting, and hope to see you there.
Thank you, Paul. I have an announcement. An acknowledgement. I'm Dr. Norm with Dr. Norm's Connections. I'm in the dementia defense business. I had the privilege of going to Danielle and Brooks' facility this week to schedule an activity with them. And I got to see their facility. It's really nice. It's very professional. And just in a few minutes, I asked a few questions. My sister is, getting older and, she's not too healthy. And I asked them just a couple of really nice basic questions. Well, what about this? And what about that? And boy, they were so knowledgeable. She pulled out a bunch of flyers. She told me about the seminar coming up on Saturday and just really gave me just a small amount of comfort with their detailed professional information. So if you have a need for somebody that's moving on into the great beyond sometime, be sure you check out these two guys. So I just want to acknowledge you for your professions. Sure.
Much easier to get through with the death doula. I know for a fact. NMTC's Tech Summit, September 10th. Tickets are on sale. That's coming up. So if you don't have your tickets yet, you should buy them soon. They have over 600 attendees at this event. Lots of different kinds of speakers and different sessions. And I was just looking at this yesterday. It surprised me that Activate NM is doing Startup Fiesta on the same day as Tech Fiesta. They changed the name, sorry, the Tech Summit. Seems like they should coordinate and not step on each other's toes. But anyway, if you want to go to Startup Fiesta and want to apply to pitch there, that's also September 10th. Barbara already talked about her workshop. And then Techqueria and ABQ Google Developer Group is coming together and holding a free tech session on October 11th. And I have a link that you can buy tickets. If anybody would like a copy of this document, you can send an email to lisa@papabq.com and I'd be happy to share all the links to register. I think we have a couple newbies. I wasn't here last week, so I'm hearing some of these newbies may have been here before. But if you've never had an opportunity to come up and introduce yourself, do we have anybody? Everybody's done that? How about you? You been here before? Go ahead. You have? Yeah, come on up. Just watch the cables. Might want to go that way. Tell us who you are. If you have a business, tell us what that's all about. Come on over. Yeah, you're good.
Totally embarrassed.
Don't be embarrassed. We're very friendly.
My name is Melanie Page. I recently arrived in Albuquerque from Milan, Italy, where I've had my own styling business and worked in fashion for the last 30 years. And just out of kind of an unfortunate situation, I had to come back to Albuquerque. So I'm here now, and do you know of anything in the styling world? I have a lot of experience, so let me
You
know.
guys talked yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. If you'd like to present at 1 Million Cups, even if you haven't formally started your business, I'm sure that we can help you get there. So anybody else? Anybody else want to talk? Okay, Paul.
Okay, I promise not to talk for 20 minutes to give you all time to talk to each other. But how many of you kind of regularly read the business press, whether local or nationally? You read it? Yeah. So it's worth doing that because every once in a while you hear a story about a great big company that you think you couldn't possibly compete with. And they roll a giant gutter ball that's going to take them years to recover from. And this month's story is Boeing. And Boeing, look, I used to live in Seattle and my neighbors on the left and on the right worked at Boeing. So 2 out of 3 people worked at Boeing in Seattle. And that turned out like our 3 houses was demographically accurate. But the saying was, if it ain't Boeing, I ain't going, because they had this stellar reputation for quality. And now, what do they say at Boeing? When one door closes, another door opens. Right? But that's not the worst of their problems. There are 2 astronauts on the International Space Station who are not getting the 8-day mission that they thought of. It's going to be 8 months, right, before they come down. And because the Boeing Starliner is not up to snuff. And why is that? When they merged with McDonnell Douglas, according to a writer in the New York Times today, there was a substantial need to improve the quarterly bottom line to investors. Now, some of you think, wow, what if my company gets to run the opening bell at the NASDAQ? Wouldn't that be great? Like, no, it wouldn't be, because a bunch of spreadsheet guys said, cut. And they cut engineering, they cut quality, and it's going to take a long time to restore it. What is put in danger of this is NASA's Artemis moon landing project, which now might be delayed because Boeing doesn't have enough people watching people screw in screws and snap bolts together. So here's a lesson for all of you. You can, like as Aleitress did today, say, this is what my company is. This is what we stand for. And if we franchise, we're going to take care of our franchisees, because I've been a franchisee with somebody else and it was a lousy experience. I'm not going to do that to other people, right? Boeing is too big to make those kind of decisions. So whatever you're doing, you might be up against bigger competitors, but they don't have a chance against you, because you're going to be smart and you're going to be lean and you're going to be hungry and you don't have to answer to people on a quarterly basis. So go out and take over the world. And remember, Goliath was dropped by a single stone, and you could be that stone against some Fortune 500 company. So go out there and do it, and I'll see you next Wednesday.
It was really good.